both of them are going to give glory back to Jesus, okay? He's the one that did it. It wasn't me. I want to let you know that up front. It wasn't me. So there, I don't know, do you know the lady that's taller that comes into the thing and she had a back brace on?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I followed her out I happened to carry groceries for her. That was one of the ministries we do. We carry groceries on Thursday for the people, and we get to pray for them at the car. So I saw the back brace, and I said, what happened? She told me. And so I said, what kind of pain are you in? What kind of pain are you in? Because I always ask, 10 meaning the highest, 0 meaning nothing. She said, I'm above 10. So she was in pain. So I said, let's get that pain down, and then we'll pray for the rest of this stuff. So I started to pray, and immediately the pain was going down, down, down. I said, let me know as I'm praying where it's going. She says, it's dropping, it's dropping. It dropped all the way from off 10 chart to 0, okay? Down, okay, that isn't the last, okay? That's just the start of it, because I'm building faith now, okay? So after that, I prayed for her because she had a bad back next, okay? She had the back brace on, and so I started praying for her back. And when I started praying for her back, I said, by the way, were you injured at all with your back? And she said, yes. So it changed the way I wanted to pray. So it changed the way to, when I prayed for her, I prayed that the spirit of trauma would leave from this accident. As soon as I said that, something happened with her. And so she said, man, I feel so good. I feel my neck and everything up in here was happening from the accident. The small of the back was hurting. And then she had sciatic nerve all the way down. So some of that was taking place right then. She says, I don't know if I want to take this back brace off or not. So I just left it alone. Two groceries later, I was taken out. She goes like this to me. She's sitting in the chair. And I said, what do you want? And she said, you know when you prayed for me and you said, spirit of trauma leave? It did. It says, I've never heard it done that way before. And so when I prayed that way, it happened. But it didn't happen right then. Remember when I was talking about when Jesus had the man that goes to Siloam in his eyes, and he reached down in the mud and put mud in his eyes, and he went? The healing didn't happen right then. It happened after he did it. Well, after I prayed that way, the same thing happened to her. I got to see results. She said, Gary, I've never seen anybody pray that way before, and I want to let you know that my sciatic nerve is gone now. All that pain down my leg. You don't see the back brace on me anymore. And she had it off. She threw it in her car. And she says, I'm not wearing back brace anymore. All this happened. But that wasn't it. The second power testimony, there was a man that was sitting on the edge. Remember the man that was sitting up on the edge, a Mexican man? And I saw that he had hearing aids on his ears. And I said, are you having a problem hearing? He said, yes. And so while he had the hearing aids in, I asked him, can I pray for you? So how do you think I prayed for him? No. So remember when I said I saw Jesus do things in the Bible that were kind of different?
Did you lick your fingers and stick
No, I asked him for permission first. I said, can I put my fingers in your ears like Jesus did to that man? And I put my fingers in his ears. Now he had his both his hearing aids were out, okay? And so I knew he could, I found out later that this side over here was half hearing, this side no hearing at all. So when I first prayed, and I had my finger in his ear, and I said, can you hear anything? And he says, this was the one he could hear halfway. I said, can you hear anything in this ear, the half ear? And he said, yeah, I hear people over here talking. Well, you do? I said, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. I said, what about this ear over here, the one that you don't have any hearing in? Can you hear out of that one? He said, no. And I said, can I stick my finger in your ear again? He said, yeah. So I stuck my finger in the ear over here, and what do you think happened? He heard, and he says, I hear everything now. Everything. So here's the thing I want to tell you. The ones that are having problems and taking risks, take a risk. I asked the Lord after I did that, I said, I see people, certain things being done that I pray for, but I want more. And so he gave me more because I took a risk. So I just wanted to build the room in faith tonight.